Hi there, it's Wendy Hernandez with Command the Courtroom. In today's video, I want to talk with you about parenting time and extracurricular activities. So this issue comes up quite a lot in my parenting time and custody cases. And parents ask me, well, Joey wants to join soccer or the basketball team or hockey, or Sally wants to do dance or cheer. Do I have the authority, if we have joint decision making or joint custody, to put my children into extracurricular activities? And really, the answer always depends on your jurisdiction. So you should always check out what judges are doing there and what the law in your state says. I will tell you what I see judges often say is that parents should not be enrolling their children in extracurricular activities if that extracurricular activity interferes with the other parent's parenting time. So the first step is always to check with the other parent and see if they're in agreement. And, in some situations you may be shocked. The other parent may agree and say, yep, no problem. Let's put Joey or Sally into whatever it is that he or she wants to do. And during my time, I'll make sure that they get to practices, and during your time you can make sure that they get to practices. So that's awesome if that happens. I do have situations where the other parent is not able or not willing to take the children to practices during their time. So at that point you have a choice to make. You have to decide whether your child or children is going to be okay being involved in the extracurricular activity, even if he or she is going to miss some of the practices or some of the games. So, in making that decision, it'd probably be a wise idea to talk to the coach or whoever the leader is of the extracurricular activity and see if it is okay if your child misses some of the practices or performances. But also you should be thinking about how missing some of these things could affect the child. Is it going to set your child behind in any way? Is the child going to feel like he or she's not included in some way? Because although you may have the child participate during your time, it may really set your child back. So you got to think about that. So overall, in my jurisdictions, what judges say is that a parent's time is more important than an extracurricular activity. And that's just generally speaking. Now, as kids get older, sometimes they get involved in these sports that are club sports, like club baseball, for example. And I know that parents pay a lot of money for their kids to be involved in these club sports, and it's a high level of activity. And maybe your child has a gift in gymnastics or something like that. Well, that may be a situation, if you can't agree with the other parent, that you have to mediate. And if you can't work it out with the mediator, that you have to go to court, unfortunately. Overall, again, though judges say a parent's time is more important than an extracurricular activity, before you enroll your children in extracurriculars, first make sure if it's okay with the other parent and figure out to what extent it's going to interfere with the other parent's time. So that's going to do it for this week's Command the Courtroom video. Remember, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe on YouTube, share it to anybody who you think could use the help. Like us on Facebook, and look out for some free challenges that I have coming your way and a free video series that I have coming your way really soon. Until next week, keep on trucking and remember to command the courtroom.